This is a demonstration program on how to create a project using the C compiler and MPLab in order to program your PIC. The program I've chosen has already been developed. It is a small program that's going to flash all 8 LEDs connected to the PIC 16F690. Once you have started MPLab, the first thing you must do is go to the menu bar, select Configure, and select your device. In this particular point here, you make sure that you have the correct part number, device number for the PIC that you're going to be programming. This one, in our case, the PIC 16F690 has already been selected. This window also shows you the different tool support you have, the compiler is going to use, the program, and any debuggers that are available. Anything that's in green is okay, anything that's in red is not usable in this one. So select OK, and I'm ready to now create my project. So now I go over to the menu bar again, select Project Wizard. I then just follow the instructions. The device, since it was already selected previously, so it should appear here. If it did not get selected previously, you can go to the drop-down box and select it now. Okay, I click Next. Next thing it's going to do is it comes up to which tool suite are we going to use. The High Tech Universal Tool Suite, which is our C compiler, is already selected. There are a number of other ones to choose from, but this is the one we're going to use. And this just gives you the path of where the compiler is actually located. I click Next. Okay, it says Create New Project File. I've already created a folder for this project on a memory stick, so I'm simply going to go to Browse. I'm going to go down to this, and I created a folder called Flashing LEDs, and I'm going to call this Flashing LEDs. Okay. Now this folder opens up. I already have a file selected. I've already created it, and I'm not going to type the whole thing out at this point in time. But what I am going to do is I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to add it to the projects. And then I click on the letter here until I get C compiler. Now it also allows me to do a relocatable when I go to compile. Click Next, and then I click Finish. You can see now that we now have a project file or workspace file that's open. We have a folder called Source Files, and that file that I added, that's .c file, which is the C text file, or what we call the source file, is here. If I double click on it, it opens up, and I have the complete source file here. This has already been done. I'm not going to explain it. It is explained in the MPLab development board. It is simply lab number 3. So all I'm going to do now is compile it, and then we're going to program. So simply compiling, I click on the toolbar up here, it goes to the compiling process. The build was successful, so now the device is ready to program. All I have to do now is go down and I go to Programmer. I select the programmer. Right now there's none. I come down and select Pick 3 because that's the programmer that you have. gives me a warning about voltage cautions. It's going to go through. It says it's connected, but I must connect the target device. Now the reason this error message shows up here is because I have to tell the Picket 3 to supply the power to the PIC-DEM board. It's an option that you have. If you have an external power supply on your PIC-DEM board, you don't have to do this and you wouldn't get this error. So I go to settings, I go over to power, I click the power target device from the Picket 3, I apply it. It's going to give you a warning again about the dangers of selecting a 5 volt device from 3.3 volt devices connected can result in damage to the device. But ours is a 5 volt device, so you just click it and say OK. Click OK. Again, the warning comes up again. And now I'm ready to program. So now I go back up to Programmer. I go down to the word Program. I click on it. It tells you it's programming. At the bottom of the there's a status bar down here as a program. It says it's complete. And now the PIC is running the program, which is flashing the LEDs.